After reflecting on this week a little bit, I've realized that, just a tiny bit overwhelmed, but I think that just comes from, starting a new program and being in an entirely new situation. Um, but I am really excited to be in this program, and I think, as time goes on, it's just going to not getting easier, but I'm going to adjust to everything, and I think it's gonna be great. So I have a lot of hope for that. Um, as I've been looking over my notes, I realized that I really enjoyed learning about or discussing, student-teacher relationships and how respect and trust comes into that, and how it's really important to, set boundaries and to, not necessarily be your student's best friend, because that's not what you're there for, and how it's important to find a balance between, being someone that they can trust and being a support system, and also, you know, being their teacher and being a professional. And I think it's especially important for me to focus on that because I am a bit younger, and I think it's going to be really important for me to set boundaries with my students so that they understand that I'm not a peer. I am, an adult, and while I do want to be someone that they can confide in and trust and look up to, I am also, responsible for their education. So I think that's something I really want to focus on a little bit more and to discuss, because I think it's important that I find with myself ways to combat, the gray area that can be student-teacher relationships. And I also really, for some reason, I was thinking a lot about the Colin Powell video, and I guess, I really do agree that structure is very important in students' lives, but I think something that bothered me just a little bit about what he was saying is that, he made it seem like he wanted kids to not question authority at all, and I guess that doesn't necessarily resonate with me, because I feel like I probably have a more liberal style of teaching, and I I would rather have my students question something than to just, take it as it is. No, because I don't think that fosters a good sense of change, and I don't necessarily think that was exactly what he was getting at, but it did, bring up some ideas for me, that I would really like to make sure that, there is structure in my classroom, but students also develop ways that they can, question things in respectful, positive ways. If there's something that they don't necessarily agree with, they have the tools to, you know, respectfully disagree with someone and not have it be a problem, and not have it be, like a big fight, or, a big blow up. So I don't know. I guess, the idea of structure, but, having enough structure but not having too much structure, I think that's something that I also, really enjoyed thinking about and focusing on, because it's just very important. So anyway, bye.